Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Venetia and I am so glad that you have stumbled upon my video. I wanted to talk about when it might be a good idea to go ahead and upgrade from an Apple Watch 6 or 5 or 4 or whatever model up to the most current one, which is in my case oh good Lord, what is this? This is the 10. So let's just dive right into the conversation. I've wanted an Apple Watch for a very long time. I want to say I started at like the 2 or the 3. I don't think I got the very first one. I might have, but I've been wearing Apple Watches for a while. I'm not a very athletic person. I'm not a very on the go type person that needs to, be able to track everything. I mostly got it for the notifications. The story that I told myself at the time is that you will have your phone in your hand less because if you got a notification, you can look at your watch, you can determine if it's something that you needed to see further, and you can move on. The barriers for me have been like the charge time. I'm not really good with having to charge extra stuff every day. My cell phone, look, I have to charge that every day. On the family location apps, my family's always telling me, Mom, charge your phone. My husband's always telling me, charge your phone. So another device that I have to keep up and charge, it's not going to be the most ideal thing for me. So with that in mind, I did upgrade to the Apple Watch Ultra. I really did enjoy the charge time of the Apple Watch Ultra, but ultimately that was just too big for my liking. It was just too big and kind of too rugged, athletic for what I needed and the look that I was going for. Even to backtrack a little bit more, I did take a break and wear a Fitbit for a little while, and oh my gosh, I really did love the Fitbit. I really did. The battery life was great. You got those basic notifications, and I think ultimately the only reason that I went back to an Apple Watch, I think, is because I just wanted to be back in the ecosystem. One of the other reasons why I went back to the Apple Watch from the Fitbit is because you can dress up your Apple Watch a little bit more than the Fitbit. So the customizations were there a little bit more, which was a plus for me. So fast forward, I'm back with an Apple Watch. I was wearing the Apple Watch 6 stainless steel for the last couple of years, and I really didn't have a reason to upgrade. I had temporarily tried the Ultra, saw that it didn't work out for me, went back into my drawer and started wearing the 6 again. Honestly, it was like a breath of fresh air to put that 6 back on from the Ultra. Again, no shade to the Ultra, it's a great device, just wasn't for me. So I'd been kind of going back and forth about, do I want to go ahead and get the 10? And I came to the conclusion that I was not going to get the 10 right now. After going into the Apple store, I had the watches on side by side, and at that time I said, you know what, there's not that much of a difference. Go ahead and stick with what you got until it doesn't work anymore. When it doesn't work anymore, that's when you upgrade. And largely, that is kind of like my philosophy in life when I'm upgrading for something that I don't really need. Like, for instance, I would like a new car, not brand new, but new to me. But the one that I have is just fine for now. Like, I want to upgrade, but it's purely cosmetic. It makes sense just to keep driving what I have, keep using what I have until that no longer works. Now, side note, I know you guys like all the purses you got on this channel, girl, please, but that's my point. Sometimes you splurge on the things that mean the most to you. You don't splurge on everything. And an Apple Watch, although I love it, that's not something that I want to splurge on if I don't really truly need to or want to for that rather. So anyway, I digress. Fast forward a couple of months later, I had some gift cards saved up, so I did go ahead and upgrade to the Apple Watch 10. And side note, one other thing that kind of went ahead and swayed me was it seemed like the battery started lasting even less than a day on the 6. So it still worked fine, but again, that battery, it was not even making it the entire day anymore, or it would be cutting it really, really close. So I was able to upgrade, and I'll tell you that now that I was able to upgrade, I am so happy that I did, because I don't know why it didn't make sense to me when I tried the watches on side by side in the store the first time, but now actually wearing it, it's like a substantial difference to me. I mean, guys, this screen, okay, this is supposed to be the thinnest ever. It feels like it's a little bit thinner, but I like how it lays on my wrist compared to the smaller Watch 6. And even though they're supposed to be like just the 2mm difference, the 10, there's much more screen space. So I am able to respond to messages easier. I'm able to see things better. It's just a much more pleasant experience. I have no regrets. So 2 things I want you to get from this video, because if you got here, you probably were asking yourself that same question. Should I upgrade from the 6 to the 10? If you are a big Apple Watch enthusiast and you use it a lot, you will notice the difference. And you might be more inclined to go ahead and upgrade. If you're just a casual wearer, maybe it's more so for the style, for the look of things, just to check notifications. If you're more so a casual wearer, you'll be fine to stay with the 6 if that's your current watch, and just continue to use that until it doesn't work anymore and then upgrade. There are really no right or wrong answers. It's just how important is it to you. If I didn't have the gift card saved up, I would have stayed. But one thing that I do want to say is, even though the 10 is titanium and my previous Apple Watch was stainless steel, I personally don't really care for just the aluminum version, so that's why I'm not able to upgrade as quickly, because I've put a little bit more investment up front, so I need to be able to keep it longer. So anyway, my point for saying that was, I did take the mesh band from the 6 stainless steel and I put it on the 10 titanium, and oh my goodness, it matches like flawlessly. I'm very pleased that a band still works, because that was going to be an additional $100, and your girl did not want to pay an additional $100 for a new band. So all in all, I like my Apple Watch 10. I'm glad that I was able to get it, but I do want to leave you also with that. It's nothing wrong with keeping things until they don't work anymore, until you've used it up, so to speak. And it's nothing wrong with the opposite, treating yourself to a little bit more every now and then. But it's all about balance. It's all about finding that rhythm, that cadence that works for you, not anybody else, and being able to sort through the things that matter most to you. So that was my little soapbox moment. But again, if you're wanting to upgrade from the 6 to the 10, definitely a noticeable difference. But if you can make your current one last a little bit longer, that's okay too. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.